We got all cut out. No.
Hey, everyone on Zoom.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Howdy.
Hey.
You want to mute for a second?
Me?
Yeah,
You want to mute?
You? Yeah, for a question I got to ask you.
Yeah. Let me get this loaded.
We didn't.
What? Is your slide in here?
Oh, it's not in there now.
Where's your slide?
I emailed you and updated it. For some reason, I'm still not getting the emails to like update the slides, but I sent you an email from my personal email.
All right.
Now it's 5. Yeah, it's not important. I'll ask you. I'll tell you.
What's
that one right there. Yeah, and I just added one slide, even if you just want to like copy it in. I didn't make any other change unless anyone else made changes.
I don't know. Maybe Paul did.
Okay. I just did added in a slide that said like the September, October Bronco, and then we're trying to do a couple scheduled dates for it.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Okay.
All right.
Is that what you wanted to meet me about?
No.
Why is it black?
I'll go ahead. I was going to say that you're going to say anything about
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me try and find that, Brendan.
Say it again.
Let me try and find that.
Try to find what?
The email.
Oh, that
Was it in Facebook?
I think you just dropped it in WhatsApp.
Under UC?
Oh, the one about
The service?
I know he has it on his Facebook.
Is it on his Facebook?
Yeah. Let me grab it and I can send it in the.
In the WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Sure. We're gonna get started here in a little bit, guys. Sorry about that.
Is it okay if I just drop it and post that?
Yeah, I have it on my computer. Okay, guys, thanks for coming down on a Monday. Sorry to start the meeting on a bit of a bummer, but this weekend, actually Friday, we found out that our one referee in Laramie, Wyoming, had a heart attack and passed away. So Charlie Jones is no longer with us. He was a really, really good developing referee, really helped us out up in Wyoming. But yeah, we kind of got the news Friday night and said he was supposed to cover that match. So we had, thanks to Chris Brewer for stepping up and covering the match. Thank you, Chris. That really helped us out. But on our Facebook page, we'll share this to you. But Charlie was a, really good ref, pretty young guy, and it'll be a sad loss. So if you are refereeing a match this week, just go ahead and throw some black tape on your sleeve to remember Charlie. That would be great. Yeah, sucks. All right. So as you may have seen, we are well underway with our fall season, right? We're giving everyone about a 30-month grace period to catch up. 30-month, whatever. We don't care. 30-day grace period to catch up with getting registered, getting your background check, getting safe sport taken care of, getting your concussion management. Those are all kind of in Rugby Explorer. If you haven't done that, if you are registered as a player or a coach for the team, just go ahead and dual register for Rocky Mountain Rugby Referees. It's free. So a couple more clicks of a mouse. And then we still have our code of conduct, which this link will go out. Let's just go ahead and give that a read over and sign it. And then moving forward, come October 1, we're going to audit everyone and then just temporarily suspend you at a ref up if you do not have everything filled out. Okay. The reason we want you to do all this stuff, obviously, is like you have to have your background checked. We want to make sure you're safe sports certified, and we want to make sure that you're registered for USA Rugby so that if you're covered with insurance if something happens in a match, which is another reason to like kind of always go through the process of taking matches through ref up and not just saying you're going to ref for a team. I'll just cover your scrimmage or whatever, because it's not really a sanctioned match. And if something were to happen, you're not really covered under USA Rugby's umbrella policy. We'll talk about the coaching form a little bit, but this is hopefully when Mike gets here, I'll talk about that. And then we'll go through like who's refereed so far this season since September 1. Great. What's your feedback on the 4 new laws? Can you name the 4 new laws we're doing one at a time? Okay, that's 1. Robin? Below the sternum? Yeah, that's 2. Okay, and then offside?
You have to be moving to onside.
So what do we call that, like when we're doing coaching reports and performance review talk? What's the acronym for that? In front of kicker?
I fuck.
Yeah, you fuck. We fuck. We all fuck for I fuck. So yeah, so in front of kicker. So everyone has to be actively retreating if they're offside under the kick. There's no more offside under 10. Like there's nothing the opponent can do to put you onside anymore. So you have to actively retreat. So, and then right in the gator roll. What else is that called? Yeah. Great euphemism. Collapsing a ruck. So you can no longer really collapse a ruck. The only way to like prevent and counter ruck is to blow the opponent off the ruck, coming from your side of the ball, you know, shoulders below their shoulders to blow them off. You can't just roll them out. Okay. Is anyone any feedback for us? Any struggles?
I think that the last few rounds, like I never really had clear roles, but I think that at some lower levels, that player that like, they're out, match or outside, like pull through.
Yeah.
Like, who I have this weekend that. So a lot of like, and don't pull through. So I would just keep that in mind a lot. At some point. Front of kicker wasn't really a big deal, even though it's dialed into it a lot. I think the one that everyone's dialed into is the tackle height. All the they're looking for tackle height. Almost they're I don't want to say it hard. They're asking about.
And when would you yellow card off of that?
We'll go through any level four.
No, you wouldn't yellow card on the new tackle law. It's just it's if it's high tackle after high tackle, you just penalize it. If it's direct head contact and the head contact process, fine. That's still the old law. Then you go through the high degree of force, any mitigation, but just high tackles, don't yellow card. Unless it becomes like such an egregious, like a team repetitive. But there's not a one-off thing that you're going to yellow card for that. If it's just the new law high tackle, or sorry, the USA Rugby trial of high tackles. This is not a law in test matches or anything else. So when you're playing and refereeing international competitions, which I hope you all will be soon, that's not a part of it. So it's just a USA Rugby guideline. Any other feedback? Any other comments? Chris O'Malley, can you monitor the chat for us, please? You can't hear.
I'm driving at the moment. I'm driving at the moment to be there with you all. So no.
All right. Yeah, you can only hear me.
Chat's clear.
Yeah, if you do want to hear the audience, I suggest come to a meeting if you can. Sorry, we don't have the audio capabilities to put mics on everyone, even though I run a communications company. Yeah, so Freon made a point, like when you get confirmed, and we do have a lot of new referees, and we're going to go through. Thanks, Brendan. We're going to go through introductions here in a little bit. So when you do get confirmed for your match on the 48, is it 72 hours? 72 hours for kickoff. Just reach out to those teams and say, "Yep, you all aware of the new laws?" And reiterate the 4. I'll probably, if I can get a chance, maybe up to the new template email that we send out, because the new game management guidelines are out, which we'll cover in here a little bit. And just cover those. And then when you meet with your captains, like any questions on the new laws, maybe that'll divert them from saying, "When's the ball out?" I doubt it. Cool. We don't have a lot to cover this weekend, but nationally, we did have a selection meeting where we have our biannual meetings for the Pathways meeting. And I wanted to congrats Mike Lawrence and Brennan Castro and Katie Roth from getting moved up to a higher level. Mike's in group 1. Katie and Brendan are now in group 2. And then we still have Chris O'Malley and Joe Bripo in group 2, and Noah Lalonde made it onto the pathway of group 3. So what this means, and also thanks to Phil Schwan. Phil Schwan was let go off the pathways meeting. So what this means for them, and this is what we talked about last meeting, is for those referees that are developing, you want to get refereeing in the competition leagues, the WPL, the D1A, NYRA, club championships, club sevens, USA stuff, anything outside of what we cover. If you want to go to like the super regional stuff, there is a pathway for you, for you guys, for all the referees, for you athletes. Sorry, chat. Okay, and Noah gives a shout out to Robin refereeing D4. Good job, Robin. Yeah, so they'll referee in the high performance competitions, ARC, D1A, NYRA, and then the USA Rugby National Championship stuff that they always do. We're gonna try and reinvigorate the pods again. So who here is not in a pod? Carly, you may not be. Huh? You're in our pod? Great. Okay. So there are hierarchy in those pods. So if you have questions, Carly, Robin, whatever, just go to your senior refs in that and we'll get you on track to start filling out. You can always shoot a question to our RDO, Brendan, of like, how do I get going on this? He's kind of in charge of tracking all the data for all that stuff for us and to kind of compile that so that come January when selection time again, hopefully I have a lot more names to contribute. Yeah. We do have some new people here on the Zoom. We'll start there. Luke, I don't know if we know you or not. You want to jump on there and say a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, my name's Luke. Luke Berlin. I've been living in Springs for a few years, but I've been out of rugby for a bit, working weekends with the YMCA, doing youth sports, running those leagues. Yeah, played rugby until about 28 years old, 33 now. Playing a little bit with the Colorado Springs Rugby Club now, but really just want to start giving back to this game that's given so much to me. So looking forward to getting involved and getting my feet wet.
Awesome. Welcome, Luke. And you can reach out to Freon and Brendan Kerfasi. And for any questions, they're at newrefrdo at RockyMountainRugbyRefs.com. Stefan, you're a transfer from Texas, I believe?
Yeah, definitely don't sound like a Texan though. Moved from the UK a couple of years ago. So now based in Denver. Started refereeing in London before I moved to Texas a couple of years ago.
And what level were you in London?
Just starting out. I just had my first 2 seasons, so level whatever that was, 10-9.
10-9. Welcome. Awesome. We sure could use the help. Thomas?
Yeah. Yep, just starting again down in Colorado Springs as well. So joining Noah and now Luke. So starting to hopefully move up to a level 9, level 8 here this season. So that's my goal.
We have a lot of good people in the spring. So someone can drive with Brita to come up for the monthly meetings. She lost her companion with Darby. And then Lucas, who's the gentleman sitting to your?
Connor.
Hi, Connor. Welcome. Wow, what's going on in Texas? Everyone's moving here from Texas. That's awesome. Original Illinois. Well, welcome. Are you all sorted out and ref up and everything? Or do we need to get you sorted out?
I still got my.
You need to do your L1. Oh, yeah, but are you in our system? Okay, well, let's get with Brendan or Freon after the meeting and jump up here on the computer and we'll get you signed up. Okay? And Carly Waters took the L1 just recently this spring. She's refereed a couple things and we're gonna bring her up to Aspen because we need someone to do the final, so that's yeah, let's see what she can do up there. Welcome, everyone. Saying that, as you can tell from Paul's email, this Saturday, we have, I'm just gonna jump into ref up real quick. I think we have something like 38 matches to cover this weekend, which is probably one of the busiest weekends we've ever had. Usually we have about a 9 to 10 month season. We're a little different than every local referee organization because we have 15s in the summer as well as, and our sevens has kind of died off, but we go from about late February to the beginning of November, with April being really, really busy for us, and May, and then now September is massively busy for us. As well as October is going to be really busy for us. So it's a lot to take away time from your family and friends in pickleball, to come in and jump in here. As you can see, I'm going to try and run this weekend. So we need kind of all hands on deck. If you are not doing something, can you please jump into ref up and do something? If you're available for one game in sevens, it's one game in sevens that someone else doesn't have to do. So we do have a massive schedule. There's 5 potential opportunities for girl sevens in the spring in the Fort Collins area. Thank you, Thomas, for jumping on that East game. We do not have coverage in Laramie, Wyoming anymore. So I think that's just a scrimmage. That's not the biggest thing to cover, but it would like to get covered. Robin, that's awesome. Boulder Black Ice, good match for you. Fall try, yeah, we'd like to cover that if we can. This is going to be a really good game. This varsity Summit Tigers. Summit is probably one of the best high school programs in the country. So that's going to be a really good high school women's game. And I think Joe Burbo's doing double duty. Awesome, Joe. Thanks for helping us out. Stefan, you're making your debut. Chris O'Malley coming straight from Aspen to do that game. That's gonna be a good game. So it looks pretty good. Thanks for everyone for jumping up there. If you could jump on that, someone could jump on that Monarch game for Summit, that'd be great. And if we can cover the stuff in Fort Collins and maybe get one or more 2 refs up here in the Springs. For those of you that, if you're like a level 9 and level 10, you don't see these matches or whatnot. If you go to our website, rmr.co/assignments, it's in the thing, you can see the full schedule. So if you see something's uncovered and you're like, that's a match I think I can handle, and that you're not seeing it in ref up and it's not covered, shoot anyone on the EC an email or a text and say, hey, can I get my name? I want to throw my name in for this bid for this match. I want to give it a try. And we'll happily assign that to you. We're doing pretty well with promoting referees and moving people up through the ranks, and that's been pretty good. Thanks for everyone for your constant work for development. So we're getting referees up there. But for some reason, if you're not seeing some of the stuff, go to that assignments tab on our website, and that'll be the full schedule. And you can see everything up there. So like if you see a match that's like, oh, this is a B-side match or a D4, D3, I usually don't see this, but I want to give it a try. We'll happily throw you on there to test it. We just need to know that you want to do it. So, awesome. Any questions on Ref Up or anything? No? So Brendan, you want to talk about this? You want me to talk about this? Yeah, come on up to the mic real quick.
Hey, this is not going to take very much. But just we are in the next window. There's a few windows every year of when, as far as the Pathways group has to do a Bronco fitness test. Last window, we kind of did it really last second. We tried to throw a group together. It just didn't work. It was on our fault for doing it too last minute. Right now, it's the September, October one. So we're trying to do a little bit better at scheduling this to get a couple group opportunities. So if you are in the NDG, you should know already this is required. You have to report a score. If you're in the RDG or if you're aspiring to get into the Pathways, I'll strongly encourage you to do this and report a score, because it'll, last meeting, I actually did like a detailed review of like that scorecard. And that's what Mark was talking about keeping those scores and that data. This is one of those pieces of it. And getting this information in is like another piece that just sets you apart from somebody else who's not reporting scores or doing this. So I do encourage that. And then I do encourage everybody just to do this. It is like a really good piece of fitness to do. It's really fun. Everybody loves running it too. It's really enjoyable. So if you want to come out and get some fitness in, that'd be great. So we're going to try to do a few group runs. I'm going to host 2 of them at Infinity Park I'm doing Sundays just because we're all wrapping on Saturdays, and I know there are some Sunday games. So I'm going to do Sunday, September 29th and Sunday, October 13th. And I know we have people all over the place in Colorado. So Noah's going to do one. He's going to give me a date and a time soon for somewhere in the Springs, and Katie's going to do one in Northern Colorado. I'll send up a follow-up email with all this information when we have it concrete, and then we'll have opportunities for people to do this. We even thought about doing it during the October meeting. We have a lot of people that show up here. So if you're making the effort to get here, it'd be kind of a good opportunity to run it. By no means do you have to show up for any of these or do all of these, obviously. But if you want to show up to multiple ones, when you report your score, you just report your best one that you get by the end of the window. Okay. So yeah, Bronco fitness testing, a lot of group opportunities. You don't have to go to the group. If you want to run it on your own and just report a score, honor system, that works as well. Cool.
Could run it the first Thursday for those going up to Aspen. At 8,000 feet, does anyone want to do that? Joe Olivetti, you want to do it? Brighton does it? Okay. Carly, I see your hand up there. Michael Lawrenson, he wants to do it too. Chris O'Malley wants. Chris isn't coming to Aspen. All right. Thursday at 4 on Wagner. Loser buys the beers. There's games. Yeah, they'll wait. Sure. It's over 55. It's not like you're gonna run those matches anyway. It's only a 5-minute test, Jim. We'll do it at halftime. Like Brandon said, like, please show up for those. If you show up for multiple ones, it'll kind of put a red flag in us to say this referee is pretty serious about their development, and we should probably fast track them for some opportunities. Like I said, I want all of you to be on the pathways, on the RDG lists. I want all of you to be level 5 to basically as far as your LRO can push you. That would be great if we had 39 level 5 referees. You can cover any match in the US and definitely here. So let's help you. So we are opening up some coaching spots. Once our season kind of dies down, I would like to get back to like the high performance referees taking on 2 matches and then coming back and giving back coaches on the 3rd match. So if you do something on the weekend, like if you have a national assignment and then you come back and do a D2 men's, maybe that third weekend, if we don't have 38 assignments again, then we have to have all hands on deck. Maybe kind of give back and coach, or if you take a 1 o'clock game, maybe go coach that 4 o'clock game. It's an extra $50. The referees can sure use the development. Right now, we only have Jim, myself, Joe, and Mike Hacker and Mike Bloy coaching. Angela, are you coaching at all? You can, yeah. We kind of ran that CMO 2 years ago up in Aspen, so it's not too hard. I don't, basically you're just a friend to listen to and talk through some stuff and kind of write up some things that you notice or have you should all know how to set good goals. I've been hammering that into you for like the last 23 years of how to set good goals. So as a referee, set some good goals, have the coach watch those goals for you, have them track it. Did you meet it? Did you not? Talk to them about it. What would you do differently? What would you not do differently? What are you going to change in the future? It's not like you have to, referee a World Cup to give back feedback. Just have someone to talk to is enough. Can you get someone 1% better is our goal, right? Do no harm and get 1% better. Anyone can do that. So think about that when you look at the schedule. Mike, all the things go to the RDOs, put this in there? So, okay. Yeah, so the HPRDO, Joe Burpo and Brendan is the community RDO, and then for any levels 9 and 10, Craig and Freon, or Craig and Brendan, you need to, if you get that, just drop in the Google Drive. Brendan will reach out to everyone and touch on that. So I don't think they're getting done, but that'd be a good way to track that. That way we can obviously promote more. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of share some links for continuing education. I just kind of went through my computer last night, and so what are some good resources other than coming to these meetings, which it's pretty good attendance tonight and good on the things on the video chat, which is good. So Richard puts together, if you've not tagged a game in Advantage or loaded a game in Advantage, he's kind of put together, oh, I gotta put this on presentation. He's created some videos, Richard Every, the D1A and NYRA referee manager, has put together some videos. Not gonna load. Oh no. Sorry about that. Where'd that go? Or did I skip it? Oh, is this your thing and didn't have the hyperlinks in it? All right, hold on a second. Let me close this. I can't minimize Zoom. Oh no. All right, let me see if I can share this now. Be a clunky way to do it. So again, we'll send out the presentation, have all these hyperlinks in there. There's some focus areas for the fall 2024. Here's a kind of a preview of how to like load matches and tag and what to tag in advantage and kind of how to use that for your game management, for your focus areas, for your personal development plan, for those that are putting those in there. There's a good presentation on contextual refereeing. A good presentation on positioning, 2 of those actually. So, and what to look for in ARing and touch judging. So here's a wealth of videos that are probably about an hour long that you guys can learn from. There's also Richard has also redone the game management guidelines. This can be found on the USA Rugby, usa.rugby/referee-resources. Right? So here's the game management guidelines, a 1-pager on the tackle height, the new laws coming into effect, some disciplinary resources, and then Jim Russell was looking for the match levels. What's that? And it's right here. So there's also some other stuff like what to do with referee abuse, you know, the protective equipment guideline, if you don't know what you should allow in there, all kinds of interesting stuff here. So this is under the USA Rugby page. We go basic community. Referee, and then there's resources, right? Here's our context that's woefully out of date. There's also the Rugby Explorer Learning Center, which we've talked about last meeting. Can all of you on the Zoom see these?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, cool. Well, you guys can log in there. Oh, there we go. We got it. Can't see where that went. Oh, fuck off. Anyway. Yeah, you can picture it. Anyway. And then there's in Advantage Live. There's all of our development meetings. This is going to take forever to load too. Basically, right here, if you go up to the tab where it says meetings, this will load right here, and you can look up all the folders and find all 14 weeks of D1 of WPL, D1A NIRA meetings, the D1A final, all the previous performance meetings that happen every Wednesday. Those are also open for everyone to register and join. So if you have 2 hours to kill at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock on Wednesday and want to watch what's going on in those competitions, I think the WPL is probably done now since Mike has and by the way, Mike Lawrenson's got the WPL finalist here. Congratulations. I don't know where he went, but maybe he left early. Oh, well, that's where he should be. Probably throwing up. Congratulations, Mike Lawrenson, for refereeing on the WPL finals this year. It's his second year on WPL. And that's hopefully move on to bigger and better things. Not that the WPL is a terrible league. It's great. Run by a good referee manager. Lots of learning on them. Yeah, so that's just some online learning. Also, you can go to YouTube and basically search anything in the world for refereeing. We do have our AGM coming up in 3 meetings. So we have October, we have November, and we'll have December. December is our annual general meeting, of which we will host elections, right? We've been talking a lot about how you can give back to the organization, and it just can't always be the same 3 people throwing their hand up and running it. Paul Johnson has been doing an amazing job running the ops, but he needs help, and he needs someone to train, because as we know, life is short. From Charlie Jones passing, you never know when it's your time or what's going to happen, or if something else comes up in life that you don't want to work for a volunteer organization. We need someone to kind of help and take over. Katie, recruitment retention is probably our most important job, and Katie also needs help. I think losing Delaney to Allegheny was a massive blow for us. She was a massive organizer in Colorado Springs. She got like 19 people to a level 1, which was amazing. Yeah, Brandon needs help with RDOs. You know, Freon and Brendan have been doing good for the new refs. We could use some help we could use another community RDO, and we probably use another HP RDO as well. I don't know if Phil's really involved. He's still coaching. And we probably could use another chairperson. I've been doing this for like 23 years. I've only been chairman once, but I've kind of always been running. Huh? When? I'm taking a break now. Anyway, so like, this is your organization. We're trying to help guide it how we can, but it really takes everyone to kind of contribute to it. So think about how you can help and what you can do. Because we want to get this a little bit running a little bit smoother and better, and more numbers and more recruitment, more people doing things. I think is a great thing. Even if you're new to the organization, surely you can help out. We really need a new website. So if anyone does like graphic design and website development, we really could need some help on the website. We've been trying to contract to a guy and he's not getting it done. Okay, so with that, we're gonna go outside, stretch our legs a little bit and run around, play some dodgeball, or maybe go through the new positioning that we're kind of went with MLR. Thank you everyone for jumping on the Zoom. It's been a short meeting. For those that are coming up to Aspen, you know who you are. I'll be getting a referee information packet out soon to you. I just need the schedule from Aspen, and they said they're going to meet this weekend. So hopefully early next weekend. We have 4 guests coming in: Nick Racono, Dave Wilkinson, Lindsay Oliver, and Jamie McGregor, although he lives here. I don't know who's taking care of Lindsay. Has anyone been contacted by Lindsay yet? You have been? She's coming in Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You'll take her up the hill?
that?
You'll take her up the hill? If you are planning on going, driving, Jim posted something about Floyd Hill being shut down, so maybe leave an hour earlier. Is that correct, Jim, with CDOT? All right. Cool. So everyone on the Zoom, thanks for jumping on. We're gonna do some ref up stuff real quick, then we'll go out and do the practice. So grab some water and stuff real quick and we'll get you settled out with ref up right now. Thanks, everyone.